everyone, Ray the Dashing Womble here. Hope everyone had a great Friday. Hopefully all the dashers, etc., all the gig drivers did really well and made loads of money, or at least enough to warrant being out for the length of time that you were out for. Hopefully it was stress-free too. And hopefully all the customers got the food as they wanted it. Well, I didn't get started till late. Later than normal. Thursday night shift actually turned into a very late, early morning. What time did I finally finish? I think I finally finished around about, I started, oh my gosh, I'm not sure what time I started, maybe 5 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, and finished at, what was it, about 10 or 11, around about 10 AM on Friday morning, excuse me, that's it. So it was a long shift, a very long shift. And the reason I'd done that is because it wasn't a very busy shift, to say the least, but I had 2 photo assignments first thing in the morning that I wanted to do first thing in the morning, and, well, one was of the Red Lobster in Lee's Summit, and that was quite an involved one. But I did get around and done all of that, took all the pictures on that, but then I couldn't upload the bloody things. I couldn't submit the assignment. Don't know what was going on wrong with that. So I couldn't get a hold of chat. They don't start until about 9 o'clock maybe. And so I ended up going off to the other assignment, which is in Independent. So I did all of that. That one, after a fashion, uploaded fine. And then I finally got a hold of support and dealt with it all with him. They were pretty darn good, to be fair, but it was... they couldn't see what the problem was, but anyway, well, they couldn't see why I was getting that error, but anyhow, they figured it out at their end, and anyway, I've been paid for 2 of them already. There's some more to do and such on that one, but anyway, so Friday night shift, I didn't start till late because by the time I'd edited the video, yesterday's video, and dealt with the bank and dealt with support on that picture thing and dealt with a couple other things, I just, I think it was probably around about 1:30, 2 o'clock before I actually started to get some sleep. I'm really not sure completely. And then I was up around 5 p.m, so I didn't get a lot of sleep at all, and showered up and got out to do Doordash, etc. And it was a very, very slow flipping time. I hadn't slept, I'd only slept about 3 hours the day before too, so there hasn't been a lot of sleeping in between it. So but yeah, we got started on there, did a catering order straight off. As soon as I got into the area, got a catering order from Red Crab Boil, and that was interesting. I got in there and it was quite well packed in there. It looks big on the outside, but it's pretty ripping small, to be fair, inside. But anyway, so yeah, went in there and told them who I was there for, and I'd taken a picture of the catering bag before I'd gone in, of course. And when one of the servers came free, she told her it was there for, and she handed me the bag, and I went, "Is that it?" I said, "Are you sure?" And she went, "Let me double check," she says. I said, "Because it says it's a catering order. There's obviously not a lot to cater." And it was only paying like $12.50 from the start, but as we know, those ones normally go up. But some have stayed around at that price or close to that price recently, or whatever price it comes in at. But then there's been a few that have gone way up. Done quite a few catering orders lately. Anyway, so she double checked it and went, "Yeah, that's it." Okay. So I get it out to the van. I did take a picture of it, of the bag in the catering bag. I actually left it in the catering bag too, but zipped it all up in there. And it was definitely not a big one. It's definitely not. Maybe big for that restaurant, but definitely not big enough for the catering bag. It was kind of little in there. Anyway, there was a lot more room left. Anyway, so I got that off to the customer. Funny enough, it went to a road called Hampton Court. Which, if any of you know what Hampton Court is, or where Hampton Court is, it's just outside of London. In a place called Hampton. And it's King Henry VIII's old palace. And it's a really, really lovely building right there on the River Thames, and right next to Hampton Court Bridge. And you got Richmond Park isn't too far away from there. Richmond Park is a massive, great viewing park that got lots of deers that run free and that in there. It's not too far from Heathrow Airport, which everybody calls London Airport, even though there is an airport in London called London City Airport. But anyway, it's so I was quite taken with that, so I took a picture of it and done a very short video on it. My wife said, "You're going to confuse people saying that you're zipping on your way to London." If you watch the video, that's what it says. But anyway, it was good to see that. So, delivered that one off, put that on the doorstep, took the picture, got back to the van. The lady came out of her door and waved, thanks. And, yeah, let that one go. Now, I can't remember where I went to after that, to be fair, so forgive me on that, because still rather tired. But I know that I did one... where did I go from there? It might have been the Mint. I don't know. But anyway, I did a catering order from the Mint, I know. That was, that paid okay. That paid pretty well, I suppose. And then I done a pizza delivery as well from Pizza Hut. And, oh, good grief, I really don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, ended up stopping a bit later on and went to Pizza Hut ourselves. And my wife ordered something and went in and... I went to Mint twice. Anyway, went into there at Pizza Hut and Rice Road and got a pizza for ourselves. My wife had ordered it online. Do get taken care of. Taken good care of when we go to Pizza Hut. Quite nice of them to do so, but anyway, real nice of them. And anyway, there was another one I did. Oh, IHOP. did one from IHOP later on in the evening. Didn't go to Blue Springs at all. Just stayed in the Lee Summit area for the most part. Ended up doing about 70 miles. But to be fair, I'd started it from home and it's about 10 miles to get to our delivery zone anyway. And then I didn't turn it all off until I got home. So, yeah, so maybe there's about... Because normally I just turn it on when I get there. Don't bother about the drive along. But I have been trying to do it as of late because I want to try and see if I can get one to dash along the way. If the map's grey in Lee Summit, I can't really do the dash along the way. I tried to schedule it the time ahead, but anyway, I did schedule it, but I overslept, so I didn't get that one because it ended my dash before I even woke up, probably. I don't know. But anyway, but no, it was, and then later on, we was watching the, when we was sat at IHOP, watched a few more videos on it. When we was sat at IHOP, we could see across the road at the Taco Bell, which has been pretty darn good recently. We've been watching that the last few days, how quick cars are going through there. Anyway, and I dropped off that IHOP and I was coming back from there. It was gone up to near Lakewood. And this offer comes in for Taco Bell. But it said catering order. It's like midnight now. It's like, what? So I pulled over and had a look at that. And, but it was only paying $10. Well, that's what it showed on there. Like I said before, catering orders have a tendency to go up in price for the most part. And so this one comes in and I looked at it and I went, looks where it's going. I went, I think it was going like flipping 4 miles away. Bearing in mind I still got to get there. So it must have been less than it. And, but it was 42 items. Oh, I'll take it. I mean, most of the stuff that comes out of bloody Taco Bell, we'll probably be able to cram all that in one flipping little bag. But it was a lot. I think it was like 24 packs of sauces on those, so that was half of the bloody flipping battle there. And I think there was only one drink on that one. Anyway, so we got to the drive-through, and there was a long line of cars, and maybe about 6-7 cars in front of us. I said to my wife, well, we'll see how flipping quick they get us through. Well, it weren't too bad. So I finally got to the speaker thing and said to the bloke I was there for, and he says, okay, yeah, just pull forward, second window. And I went, oh, okay. Finally gets to the flipping drive, the window. As I'd mentioned, it was a pretty big order. Although half of it was sauces. The bloke proceeds to tell me, he says, we can't do that order. You what? We can't do it. He said, at least half of their flipping order is chicken, and we don't have chicken. This is why flipping things are coming out of here ever so quickly. This is why cars are turning out of there ever so quickly. Car in front got their bag. The car in front of that got their bag. Nothing. I don't know if it's because they don't want to cook at that time of night, even though they're going to be there for another couple of hours or more. Or that they just don't want to do it because it was a big order. there was a line of cars pulling up behind me. And that was what he told me. I went, alright, I said, I just called Doordash. And as we all know, that's a flipping long process to be on the phone to Doordash. Normally about a 20-minute flipping phone call. Anyhow, I got them on the chat thing, and said to him, the shop is out of most of the product this person has ordered. And they went through it and said, well, Taco Bell won't let us change the order, or Doordash won't let us change the order. I took screenshots of it, of the conversation, and he or she, I'm not sure which it was, said, we'll just go ahead and cancel it, and you'll get half of the guaranteed pay. Okay. I mean, at the time that I thought, when I'd taken it, it was $10, so I thought, okay, I'm going to get $5. What do you do? I mean, I would have been just sat across the road, so, and I was coming this way anyway, so it's not like anything else came in that was brilliant while I was sat in that line. So anyway, they went off, came back and said, okay, I've processed that. And actually some orders started coming in, and I was still on the chat. So they'd cancelled it, and still able to chat with them. Anyway, I didn't take any of the other orders, or the other offers, excuse me. So they cancelled that one. And said, this is how much you're going to get paid. I wish I'd been able to do that bloody order. I was grateful that it was Doordash that was dealing with rather than Uber Eats. Because Uber Eats would have just given me $3. Doordash gives you half the guaranteed pay. And the guaranteed pay doesn't necessarily mean what you first see initially when you accept the order or accept the offer. And in my case, it was $10, so I was expecting $5. No. It was $21 and some change. Actually, it was $21.21. Wow. So someone was going to pay $42.50 to have their food delivered. Their Taco Bell. And it was only going to go a couple of miles away. 2-3 miles away. I would have liked that, but then on the other hand, I also got paid for just sitting in the drive-through. So, anyway. So that was fun. But anyway, that got deposited rather quickly, so some more offers came in after that, and I went tomorrow. I said, you know what, I'm going, let's go home. Let's just go home. See if I can actually get some proper rest today. But anyway. Oh yeah, and then yesterday, I was dashing on my birthday. I hadn't remembered until yesterday morning, Friday morning, so I forgot all about it. So on the way home tonight, I bought myself a little slice of cake from Quick Trip. I went, yeah, so that's what I'm having. So, yeah. Definitely an interesting night. Also, go back on these apps that are looking to charge you for a background check. This one for proxy pics from yesterday. If you remember, if you saw my video yesterday's video. I'd mentioned about that Proxy Picks had wanted for me to buy, pay for my background check. Well, if you've gone on like other apps, you know darn well that you've never had to pay for them. If it's Uber Eats, Doordash, Grubhub, etc. So I knew darn well somewhere I had a copy of my background check. So I went through it this morning, one of the things I had to do, or wanted to do, found the one that I had from Doordash. I went, great. And it was in a PDF file, and I was able just to send it direct to them. They did receive it. I haven't had any confirmation of whether they agreed to it all or what. But it is an official one. So go back on there and save that to your files, because what they wanted, when I read through it a little bit earlier on this evening, or this morning, or yesterday, whenever, it said that you had to have if you had a copy of your background check, then it had to be done within the last 5 years. Well, I've only been doing Doordash coming up to be 2 years in September or October, one of them. Anyway, September. September. So I submitted that. They received it. Just waiting on confirmation of that. Whether it's been accepted, I don't know if they had different questions or whatever. But anyway. But for some of them, on those picture ones, they need you to have a background check done. So that will save you some money there, even though it's only like $6.50 on that one. But for me, I was just, why should I have to pay for it when I know I've already got it, and I don't have anything to worry about, as far as I know, at least. Anyway, and then there's another one that I'm trying to apply to, and they tried to get me for a background check too. So I'm going to submit my one to them too. So go back, if you've done Doordash, you should be able. There's a message to say that the background check's been done, and they send you a copy of it within that. It's a PDF document. And just find that. Just go find that in your Doordash thing from way back whenever you started. And that's all you need to do. Just keep a hold of it, put it in your files, put it wherever you can, wherever you can find it, in your phone or on your ask, on your desktop or iPad or wherever you got it. And then you'll be able to submit it to him. And the same with other apps too. I'm sure they'll be able to do it too. Anyway, I think I'm going to go in now. I was feeling weird. I thought it was a bit chilly earlier. I was feeling chilly. While I was putting the vipping eating up, my wife was putting the eating down. Of course, I am in vipping shorts. And I was drinking ice, or chewing on some ice, so hence the reason I was feeling chilly. Anyway, one house I delivered to tonight. Don't know what it is. Been to this house before. Nice fancy house. Some nice big new vehicles on the driveway and that. And they got all these flipping lights going up, like their warm white or whatever lights going up their their pathway, excuse me, not on their driveway, because it would have helped because of seeing where I was going. And these idiots, they have these great big vehicles and they order food, but they don't think about how the bloody driver's going to be able to go between their fancy arse flipping grass pad to between their vehicle. When if you're a fat geezer like me, a chubby little person like me, my little legs have got to flipping scoot up there and get between and get flipping get on the path. But I couldn't flipping see that well, so I switched the light on the phone and had that as I was walking up the driveway. That helped. And then when I gets to the bloody door, they got this great big flipping entrance, real grand entrance, and that got these nice stone pillars and that there. And like I said, you got all the lights on the pathway. Unfortunately, those lights are not flipping bright enough to see inside of this sodding great porch, which is actually pitch bloody black. And it's like, what are these flipping? How is it these people with big houses don't seem to have a lot of flipping brains between their ears? I mean, what goes on with them? And that's the second time this has happened at that bloody house. Bloody idiots. Anyhow, got there, put all the bloody lights blazing on it and took a picture of it. I didn't put it right on the porch, right next to their door, because, well, I couldn't see in that far, so I wasn't going to flipping do anything to risk harming myself. Bearing in mind I'm flipping tired as anything, so I really don't want to misstep and trip arse over tip and flipping flatten their flipping food and do myself an injury in the process, so, or break anything on their porch as well. But anyway, yeah. And then another house I delivered to, it said leave at the door, and that was one from the mint. It said leave at the door. Again, it was dark. The garage door was wide open. There was a big truck on the driveway, and I had to sort of squeeze in beside of that too. And but it was dark on the porch, except for that they had the glass storm door open. Not open. The front door was open, but the glass storm door was closed. And as I got up there and it was dark on there, but there was light inside the house, so that gave you a little bit of help there. And I went to put the food on the doorstep, and these two flipping big doggies were there that were squeaking. They wanted the food on me. Now, they seemed to be pretty friendly enough. They weren't barking or anything. And put the food on the doorstep, and I took a picture, but I made sure to take a picture with them in it too. But I had the light on the torch, on the camera, or on the phone rather, at that time, to help enhance what I was taking a picture of. So it wasn't that great with the dogs in behind the door. I'd taken one previous without the flipping light on it. And, I wish I'd kept that one, but unfortunately I don't believe I did. But anyway, really lovely dogs. Really lovely dogs. Then I just went back to the van, and that was that. Turned around up the other end of the road, because it was a dead end road basically. Turned around and went back, and the dogs were still there waiting to try and get at his food. Probably trying to figure out how to get out there. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I think I'm done for this evening. And what's this transaction? I don't know, some recent transaction. Close all this up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully everyone has a great Saturday. I don't know what time I'm going to be out on Saturday, but later today, but I know it will be later today, but I'll try to get out earlier. And I definitely need some rest in between. So I'm going to go in and have what I'm going to deem as my birthday cake. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great time. And I think there's supposed to be storms today in our area, but hopefully it's just a bit of rain. I don't care about it. And But hopefully you all have a stress-free Saturday, and hopefully you all make some money, or certainly enough money to be worthwhile you being out. And just have a fun time. It's pointless getting upset about it all. Just have a laugh while you're out and about. My wife had a laugh at me last night. We was driving back as I'd got in the van from doing a delivery of something or other over by Pryor Road. And coming back, I got in the van from dropping his food off. And my mouth was open. I don't know if I was chatting or what. I don't really remember. But anyway, I really got to stop eating those flies. Oh, it's only a little one, but that was enough. I had to have a drink to flipping throw it down. When I said about it, set my wife off in a fit of laughter. She tries to flipping hide it, but she doesn't do it very well. And she did have a laugh about that. Oh, jeez. She says, you're the only person I know that flipping consistently eats flies. Yeah, well, it ain't on the flipping because I want to. I haven't had one for a while. Quite happy to keep it that way. Anyway, thank you for watching, and be safe, be healthy, and have fun. And make loads of money. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Ta-da.
I invited everybody to my birthday party that I had last night. Lord knows I must not be living right. Turned out it was a surprise party, 'cause nobody came but me. So then I gave myself some presents, some toys and some tricks. But I could not give myself those happy birthday licks. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Was not so happy for me. So then I toasted to my health, toasted to my wealth. I lit the candles on the cake that I made for myself. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me. Before I blew out the candles, I closed my eyes and wished that no one would be so alone like me, so completely dissed. So I wiped away my tears